Welcome back. In the last unit, we learned about functions. They not only help keep our code short and more readable, we can also use functions written by other people. This is actually really powerful. When we use functions written by somebody else, we don't have to implement the same functionality ourselves. It's a total saver of time and energy. Today, we're going to learn about libraries, specifically a library called CS1lib. So let's first understand what the heck libraries are in Python. A library is a collection of functions that can be used by other coders. Now, coming to CS1lib library, it's a library that helps us draw and create different shapes in our programs. Let's get started and learn how to use the CS1lib in our programs. As a first step, you'll need to configure your REPL on Replit so that you can use the CS1lib in your programs. Download the CS1lib from the link given in show notes. Now, create a REPL on Replit and import the downloaded library. You can do so by clicking on the three dots menu present in the left-hand side of the REPL project. Click on Upload File and select your previously downloaded cs1lib.py file. You can pause the video and try these steps. If you get stuck, don't hesitate to ask for help. Cool. If you're ready, let's start writing some code that uses this library. To start using any library, you have to first import it and its specific functions into your program. To do that, you can make use of the import statement. In the main.py at the start of the program, we'll write from cs1lib import. This statement imports all the functions of cs1lib in our current program. That is, now we can use them as if they were written in the same file. Let's draw some shapes using the functions that we've just imported from the cs1lib library. If you copy the following code into your Replit IDE and run your program, you'll see a few packages get downloaded. And in the end, you'll see a circle and a rectangle appear. Well, this is because we're trying to draw a circle and draw a rectangle in our main function. And this main is supplied as an argument to startGraphics. The function startGraphics is a function that takes another function as a parameter and runs that function in the graphics window. The startGraphics function takes a few more parameters, but we're going to go ahead and talk about those later. For now, remember, if you want to run a function to make some shapes appear on your screen, pass that function to the startGraphics function. Great! Now let's dig deeper into the main function, the one that helped us create a circle and rectangle on the screen. The main function starts by calling clear. The clear function removes whatever we have in this window. This ensures that we're starting with a fresh view and not drawing on top of some other shapes that are already present on our screen. After we call clear, we call the setFillColor function using the three arguments 0.5, 0.7, and 1. This allows us to specify any color we want to use. Any shape you draw or brush will use that color. A bit more details about these three arguments. They represent red, green, and blue, the three primary colors. By specifying different values for just these three colors, we can create all the other colors. That's so cool, right? One thing to note, the values of these parameters, red, green, and blue, are specified as a float value between 0 and 1. Go ahead, try playing around with their different values, see what colors are formed. The next function we use in our main function is drawCircle. What do you think it does? As its name suggests, it's used to draw a circle. The parameters of this function specify where it will be drawn and its size. The first two parameters are the circle's coordinates, usually referred to as x and y. The circle's center is placed on the coordinates x and y. The third parameter is the circle's radius. It decides the size of the circle. The bigger the value, the bigger the circle that's drawn. Try different values for x and y and radius and observe the results. The last function we've used is draw rectangle. It's very similar to draw circle, except it takes a couple of different parameters. Oh, and it draws a rectangle instead of a circle. The first two parameters specify the coordinates of the upper left corner of the rectangle. The next two parameters specify the width and height of the rectangle. In our example, the upper left corner of the rectangle would be at the coordinates 100, 100. And because we've specified the width to be 100 and the height to be 50, the coordinates of the bottom right corner would be 150, 200. Try different values of x1 and y1, width and height, and see the results to understand it a little better. Though the function draw rectangle is quite simple, the coordinate system of our CS1 lib seems a little confusing. Let's go ahead and discuss it for a while. The coordinate system that we learned in school had the 0, 0 coordinates at the bottom left side. The x-axis progressed from left to right, and the y-axis moved from top to bottom. In Python, while the x-axis still starts on the left and progresses to the right, the y-axis starts from the top and moves to the bottom. This is the reason that if you specify a smaller value for y in your draw circle and draw rectangle functions, these shapes are drawn on the top of your screen. Awesome. This finishes our unit of CS1 Lib. I hope it was clear to you. I know it can be a bit confusing. So go ahead and try writing a few programs that draw shapes and make yourself comfortable with the concepts introduced in this unit. We'll learn about them more in our next unit, and we'll learn more about the CS1 library and how to draw even more shapes and